Good morning. It's Thursday, August 7th, and today I'm thinking about chairs. There might be some of you out there that are carpenters and build chairs. And you know that no matter how fancy you make the chair and how pretty and how nice, if it doesn't have a good foundation, it's not gonna stay up. One person will sit on it and it'll crack and break. And then that defeats the purpose of the chair. Well, I was thinking a chair has 4 legs. And if we could imagine them as one is the physical, one is the mental and emotional, one is the spiritual, and one is the financial. And if we give too much attention to one of them or even 3 of them, and not enough attention to the other one, then it's still not going to be sturdy and it's not going to be safe to sit on. And, that chair represents stability, security, and what it is you have to have it wisdom. You have to build it with wisdom, just like your life. You have to have a balance and you have to have wisdom because wisdom gives you peace. Wisdom comes from God, by the way. You can't just get wisdom. You can't go buy it somewhere. Or even, really, you can't even teach wisdom. Wisdom comes from within. And you have to ask God to give you wisdom. Because all these 4 things, the physical, the mental, the spiritual, and the financial, all of them will affect your family, your lifestyle, your health, and your future. And they all need to work together, and that takes wisdom to have a balance and to have all of these things in good order. And so if you feel like you don't have wisdom, you can ask God for wisdom. You can ask Him to give you wisdom, and then you need to study the Bible. In Proverbs, especially, probably the first 10 chapters are all about wisdom. And how it affects your life and how it affects you if you don't have it. I picked this verse out, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. And it goes like this: Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your paths. Because God has the wisdom, God is the wisdom, if you can trust Him. And that is the hardest part to do, I think, for people to actually trust God. They can say they believe in God. They can go to church. But when it gets down to hard times, do they actually trust God? And even in the good times, do they trust God, or do they think, well, I kind of did that myself, or somebody else, I leaned on their, knowledge and they helped. Wisdom will give you an identity. Wisdom will give you a way to understanding of who you are and how to stand up for yourself and how to do things. So strive for wisdom and ask God to help you so that you can build a chair with a proper foundation. So you have a great day and a great weekend, and God bless you.